could you walk us through just like a typical night at El Avram? What would it be like for those of us who never got the pleasure of being able to be there? What was it like?
It was the most exciting thing. Anybody you'll talk to, the been to El Avram, you'll say, oh, that was that thing. And why? Because, first of all, the frame was you're coming in, you eat. Food was not the most important part. But you have music, you could dance a little. Then always I have a feature attraction, sang, I had a belly dancer, dance. But then artists came in. You never know what will happen tonight. And that was the exciting part of my work then. I never knew who's going to come that night, who is going to perform, what kind of an excitement we'll have. And every night was an excitement because somebody came by, Jackie Mason, Dangerfield, David Brenner, Gabe Kaplan, unbelievable. Just fell into the place. And from the Israel also, Agashasha Chiver, if you know, or all the names, they just, you never knew who's coming. Because everybody that came to New York know they have to stop at El Avram.
Is there one or two of those stories that you think for you were like the greatest nights in the club's history?
Again?
What were some of the greatest nights in the club's history? The greatest performances?
The greatest night for me was when the Fiddler on the Roof opened up, the movie. And they all been to the Americana Hotel. It was at the time on 6th Avenue. And it was a big reception. It was I think a Thursday or Wednesday was during the week. And I going to close the club because I didn't have enough people. And I get a phone call. So Avram, we are now in Americana here for the opening. It's boring. We want to come to your place. So who are we? I say we have a few generals here from that. I took to my musicians and said, listen, I'd like you to stay. We got to continue. We have very important people coming. And then I had all these lemons. All the generals, if the airborne to attack us that day, there would be nobody to fight them. Everybody was in New York for that thing. They all came to my club. That's where I met first time Yitzhak Rabin, by the way. And generals that I didn't know they are generals. Later on I found out. And all the army, all the air force, all the diplomats, everybody. And we've been there till 5:30 in the morning. It was the most exciting day of my life. With singing and dancing. And I put a bottle of whiskey on each table, It was fantastic. It was such an exciting day. That was one of the. I had a lot of those things. But this was a thing I cannot forget.
And how did it come about that Louis Armstrong ended up in the club?
Okay, I used to have a trumpet player. His name is Yaakov Uriel. Young kid, play fantastic trumpet. And somebody told Armstrong that there's a kid in the village that plays very well trumpet. So he said he wants to see him. I found out that he's coming, of course. And he came by to listen to him. And then everybody jumped on him. The New York Post came, don't ask. It was amazing.
Did he end up playing? He played on stage as
He
well?
didn't play. He talked. He came to the guy, he listened to him, he said, you're playing game, but you wouldn't play.